Murphy's Law and Whitetails, your guide to North America's #1 big game animal. Today's topic is how some bucks seem to magically appear out of nowhere and show up on a hunting property. Hunters across the Whitetails range are running trail cameras, often sharing intel with their neighbors, and think they've got every buck in the area pegged, and then out of the blue, a newcomer arrives. Well, was he actually there all the time and just camera shy? Or did he move in from another area? Luckily, we have some great research to draw on here, and there are three possible explanations. The first is what we call a home range shift. That's simply where a buck shifts its home range, often from a summer location around a food source to its fall or breeding home range. And I have experience with a buck just like this. On my hunting property here in North Georgia, for 4 consecutive years, we had a buck show up on us never before September 26th, but never later than October 7th for 4 consecutive years. The second possible explanation is what we call an excursion, and it's simply a journey outside of a buck's normal home range, often a mile or more, where they will spend anywhere from 12 to 48 hours and then return back to their home range. Most bucks do this, and most bucks do this during the breeding season. The thinking here is that they're in pursuit of estrus does. And third, in some cases, an individual buck's antler size or shape may change so much that a hunter simply doesn't recognize it as a deer that they had historically known. I've got a good example here. These are the antlers from a 3.5-year-old buck that I had in one of my research projects years ago. And it damaged its antlers in velvet and produced a very subpar set of antlers. However, the following year, at 4.5 years of age, this buck produced a perfectly symmetrical 21-inch inside spread, 140-inch Boone & Crockett rack that any hunter would be proud of. In many cases, it would be very difficult for a hunter to recognize that buck as the same individual. The good news here is that in 2 of these 3 scenarios, one being the significant antler change, the other being the home range shift, the odds are very good that that buck will actually be on your hunting property during the season, which is important for success. The third possible explanation, that being an excursion outside of their home range, where a buck may only go through your property 1 or 2 times an entire season, you just simply have to be lucky. That's it for today's episode of Murphy's Law. Hope you learned something, and until next time, be sure to leave your questions and your comments here in the video, but also to subscribe to our YouTube channel and to check out all the great content at HuntStand.com.